Live with the podcast. Notorious one herself, who is getting huge, might be the next big podcaster, Casey Rae of Notorious Escapades. And I got Bubba joining us tonight. Casey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
Oh, doing good. Since we had you on last time we had you on, you were just starting out, seemed like, and you had just got nominated for the Illinois Times Best of 2024. Now it's like I'm watching your page. It's like, holy shit, she is everywhere now. What in the hell? You're on. Go ahead.
We're coming for that Best Local Podcast Award.
Dude, go for it. Where's Lex at?
Lex, she's going to be in the chat.
She's going to be in the chat. She needs to come on with us. We're not bad people. We're not going to hurt. Well, I mean, I can't speak for Bubba. So if Bigfoot gets involved, but if Bigfoot, one thing I learned, I think you corrupted Bubba here.
What?
You corrupted this man. After I had you on for an interview, he started talking about Taylor Swift and pumpkin spice. I'm like, what the fuck? You're 50 years old. How are you liking this stuff?
I think I have pumpkin spice before.
Yeah, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, that's for sure. But yeah, all the way.
Oh, for God, there it is. I don't really care much for Taylor Swift. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me she's in the NFL with Travis Kelce. It's like, good, you have a stable relationship. That's fine. But I get kind of bent out of shape when I hear everybody like, ew, Taylor Swift, or ooh, it's like, she's a musician. Who cares?
She's pretty awesome.
Dude, I'm not trying to get political, but it's really funny when you had Trump and Kamala over like fighting for Taylor Swift's endorsement, and it kind of shows you like the power she has as like a musician. She's very good. She has a huge Swifties? Is that what you guys call yourselves?
Yeah, but I mean, did anybody really think that she was going to endorse Trump though?
I did. She wasn't good. There was no way. There was no chance in hell she was going to endorse Trump. I mean, there's that's Lexi there.
That's my bestie. Hi, Lex.
Hey, Lex.
Here. We are friendly. We're friendly. No, there was no way in hell she was going to endorse anything.
Yeah.
If she was going to endorse Donald Trump, first of all, I just want to point out, I hated Donald Trump. I hate Donald Trump. And I didn't really care for Kamala Harris, but there was no chance in hell she was going to endorse Donald Trump. No damn way. I mean, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, if you were a Swiftie and you watched Miss Americana and you followed her, you knew that she wasn't gonna. Doesn't lean right. So. No,
she's more like she's down the middle, but leans a little bit left, which that's totally fine. Everybody's welcome to their own preferences. She's not blasting her political beliefs out there and all that stuff. So, hey, I'll give her credit. She never endorsed a conservative. She's very liberal. That's fine as long as she's not like, like I said. But I mean, let's be honest. She's done a lot for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm surprised she hasn't hosted a Super Bowl yet.
She won't until Kelce retires.
Oh, she's already said that?
Which should already happen.
Well, he's young. He's young.
He's done. Like even the experts are saying it.
What experts are saying it?
I don't know. I've heard and read stuff. Even experts are saying he's done. He should be done.
Lexi's right. It's both sides do suck. Yes. No, I don't think he is. He's at least going to go for one more Super Bowl. But that last one where they played the Seahawks, it was like, what in the hell, Kansas City? Are you aware you're in the damn Super Bowl? So, Casey, tell me a little bit about how things have been for you and the podcast since last we talked.
Oh, I mean, amazing. It's an amazing community to be a part of, and I enjoy doing it with Lex. I have the most amazing co-host ever. She she deals with me and my craziness, and but we enjoy it. It's fun. I've met a lot of people. It's gotten us closer. I mean, we were like 2-3 months into our friendship when we started the podcast. So
yeah, I have seen your podcast just explode in popularity. You're gaining more and more followers. You guys just did a really awesome like cold case out of Taylorville. What was that about?
oh, the one in Rochester.
Oh, Rochester. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That kind of blew up. It's at like 218 listens now.
Wow.
She did a really good job on that podcast.
So
it was good.
Tell us a little bit about the Rochester case. What happened there?
So it was an older lady named Norma, and she was killed in 2013. It hasn't been solved. There's just not enough information. I mean, obviously, I couldn't go into full detail about all the FOIA documents and stuff, but it was nice that Chief Summers came on with me. You know, he said he'd come on again. He passed my information on to one of the investigators of Norma's case. I believe they sent information to the FBI. I believe there's been some tips submitted. So I hope that we get that solved. I mean, that case is near and dear to my heart, and Lex is gracious enough to let me do the local cases on my own and let me do my little side project. And it's just, I hope it gets solved. I mean, I hope, tips lead to something. I mean, I know Chief Summers, he wants it solved. He was the first on scene, and it's just Rochester's such a great community, and they want it solved. I mean, I had so many people reach out to me when I posted that, and I mean, Norma deserves justice.
So what happened to Norma? I mean, she was murdered.
Yeah. So originally the chief labeled it as a fall because from the FOIA documents, she was like 110 pounds, maybe if that. She fell a lot. So Chief Summers was there almost every day helping her and everything like that. So when they found her in the bathroom, her granddaughter had called, said, oh, she fell. We thought, okay, this is just a normal everyday thing for her. Yeah. But it turned out when they sent her body to the coroner that it was blunt force trauma to the head, that it was homicide.
So somebody pushed her.
Someone hit her with
something.
Pushed her or hit her with something. Did they ever have any suspects as to who it was? Like,
you
can't say, can you?
I can't say, no.
Okay, well, if you can't say it, then that's fine. I'm not gonna.
It hasn't been released.
Yeah, because I know that's probably still an ongoing investigation, and that was back when?
2013.
2013. That's crazy. The fact. I mean, with the elderly, I've dealt with my grandparents falling quite a bit, and my aunt, but you gotta be careful with them too. But I mean, it's still like. It's Rochester, such a small, very tight community.
It is.
And it's like, how would you get away with that without somebody in Rochester catching on? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
And she only had a few months to live, and she was really frail, and it's so sad. And, I really, really hope that they submitted the stuff to the FBI, and like the Chief Summer said, we just need more information. We need somebody to know something, to call that tip line. You can go on Crime Stoppers. You can literally be anonymous, and just anything that's small that you think, oh, this is silly or whatever.
Right.
Just we just really need to get that solved. It's heartbreaking. I mean, she was such an amazing woman. She helped so many people out, and it's just looking at those documents and everything. It was hard. That was a rough one to cover.
Damn. But it sounds like you covered it quite well and very professionally.
That's what people say, yes.
I don't know. I mean, obviously I forgot the name of town. I apologize. It's been a while, but I did listen to it, and you did quite a good job with it. I know Bubba listened to it too, and he said you did a good job on it as well. So, I mean, maybe that's your stride is taking some of these cold cases and mysteries around the area and trying to break them.
Yeah, and I covered Didn't Need to Head Into. That was closer over to St. Louis, but I didn't have as much information. I couldn't get the FOIA documents. And then I'm going to be covering here in a few weeks. There's a Nokomis case. And I don't know, Lex is kind of biased a little, but she really likes the Norma episode. She thinks that's the best one that we've done. And one of my coworkers is like, you're like an investigative reporter now. And I don't know. Just anything I can do to help,
Yeah, it's gonna be an eventual movie. You're gonna have an eventual movie called Notorious Escapades where you actually end up solving a murder or case or something like that. Who you think would
that would make a good movie, Dave?
Who would you think would play you in a movie?
I don't know, Lex. Who do you think would play me in a movie?
I don't know. I think it'd be funny if they got Taylor Swift to play Lex. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I think
Taylor would be down for it.
I don't know. Let me pull a picture of her up real quick. I'm just gonna pull her comment up. She has a very slender face, kind of like Taylor Swift. So she's like, "Oh my, I don't know.
Maybe Anna Kendrick.
I could see Anna Kendrick. I could see what is that girl? I could see Bryce Dallas Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard. I could see her playing you. What do you think of the case that happened just recently where that missing person was found after a year?
Casey and I have talked about this before.
Yeah.
And I kept telling her that she should do this on her show, but she never got to that. And,
I had somebody that knew the family and was talking to the cousins, and based on what they said, I didn't feel like it would have been respectful to cover it. Because I won't go into detail, but I just didn't get the vibes, and so.
I mean, that whole situation too is just crazy.
It is.
What's the gentleman's name again, Bubba? What was his name?
Jeremy Register.
Jeremy Register. That whole thing is just.
See, Casey she's the type, she wants to be respectful, and certain ones,
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I understand the whole respectful part. I really do, but that one just popped up.
In cases like that, because everything, emotions are going anyway, and everything can be so sensitive. And
there wasn't a lot of information really, other than what's on the missing person. So there wasn't anything to.
Yeah, I mean, now that they've unfortunately located his remains, which it's sad that number one, it's in an area where people had traveled quite a bit. And I'm wondering, Will Height brought this up last night on the show. He's wondering if somebody walking their dog or somebody who was mushroom hunting found the remains. And number two, it took this long. And it's like, the only good thing that comes from this now is at least we could somewhat possibly get an autopsy and figure out just what happened.
And they found that lady in that same general area a few months ago.
Oh, that's a different person. Okay.
Some like an elderly woman that wandered off or something.
Aww.
Yeah, that was a while back. Yeah. So, what other cases are you going to cover since you're getting into the? Seems like you're getting your feather in your cap with the unsolved mysteries type deal.
Just the one of Nokomis. I need to look and see. It's just I'm probably not going to be able to get FOIA like I was with Norma, and the chief was amazing to get that to me so quickly. We got like Gabby Petito coming up soon, and then we have some Swifties coming on, and so.
You got some Swifties coming on?
Yep, we got a Swiftie author coming on tomorrow, and then we got another one coming on at the end of May.
Who's the author?
Ashley Pierce.
Ooh. Yep. Look at you getting all them Swifties. That's Swiftie power, huh?
Yep.
So, well, I mean, It's going good for you, and you're also appearing on other podcasts too, quite frequently.
Yep, that's correct.
I want to go ahead and say right now, I apologize for sending Skeletor to. I don't know what he's done, but I apologize for sending him to Sports Cats. Is that what that podcast was?
Yes. I don't know if Christopher's in the chat. Have you seen Skeletor in the chat?
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I know he's always messaging me like, dude, I work on this already. Give me some damn podcast. Listen to you. I'm tired of listening to music. And one night I sent him you guys' Sports Cats, and he's like, "Isn't that the girl you interviewed once?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's Casey Rae." She's like, "Bet." And I'm like, "Leave her alone. She's nice." And I don't know what he said or did, but I apologize for sending that tornado your way.
He was pretty good that night.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, I thought he was pretty tame. I mean, that Saturday show was wild, but no, I thought he was fine. I haven't heard. I mean,
maybe he lost interest. I don't know, but all I know is that I sent him that, and I didn't hear another thing back until like a few days later, where he's like, "Yeah, I was hitting on the girl in the wheelchair." I'm like, "What? There's a girl in a wheelchair on that show? Are you shitting me?"
yeah, I think it's different people, but maybe Skeletor is just loyal to you guys, and maybe
I don't know. He listens to a lot of podcasts. I know that much. He says he's trying, and I mean, it's good to find those kind of listeners who have that loyalty. Who are always going to come in and listen, whether you're posting a live show or you're doing a recording like what you guys do, because you guys put yours on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Is that what it is?
Apple and Spotify. I was told the Skeletor has not been in the chats, so.
Oh.
So, like I said, maybe he's just loyal to you guys.
He's our bitch.
Don't.
Do we actually know what he looks like or anything?
Yeah.
Tyler does.
Yeah.
Tyler knows more than.
Do you want to hear the story?
Oh, I want to hear the Skeletor story.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Casey. So, when before he took his little break to go work on his life, we had Cooley on. He was hardcore crushing on Cooley. Hardcore. And I don't know what happened, but one night during a month I was doing night shift, we went to go do Ask Dr. Sage. No one warned me this, but apparently at some point he'd sent a fucking dick pic to the Ask Dr. Sage email. Yeah, and it was signed to Cooley with love, and no one warned me about it. Everyone on the show, apparently, and Bubba did too, knew this was in here, and not a single person warned me. And I opened it, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Hi, Pam.
So, but yes, we do have an apparent picture of him. We've censored out what best we fucking can.
So I thought the Cooley thing was just a joke, but he really does have a thing for Cooley?
I guess. I don't know. I thought it was a joke too or something. I don't know, but
does he have kids and stuff? And he's married?
Yeah.
If it's got two legs, Skeletor wants it.
I think he I don't know if he's married or not. He's got 2 kids and 2 girlfriends or something. I don't know. He's got a very extravagant life.
Honey, you guys can keep him.
No, we don't want him. I'm kind of burned out on him.
No one can say that he isn't living life to the fullest.
Well, I mean,
that's true.
He doesn't need to be sending that stuff, though.
Oh, yeah. And I would really love it if my co-host warned me, hey, there's a picture in the email that says to Cooley with love. Don't open it. And not a single one said a damn word.
The thing is, like, people message me and email me, so I would see it before Lex. I wouldn't let her see that. I'd tell her, like, hey, this is what someone emailed, but we're gonna.
It was not so. I literally walked into it. And I'm like, what in the hell is? and then it took me like 2 seconds to realize. I'm like, why did we get this? And it was. What's that?
Better you than me.
How long ago did he send this?
About a year ago.
No,
I think, or I forget. It's been a while.
I'm just now.
Block him.
I'm not. Well, there's only one person on this. There's only one person we've ever actually blocked.
Hi, Chloe.
And that's about it. I don't block people because people deserve to have their, unless they're going like super toxic. I just one person I am about to ban because he won't just stop. He won't stop stirring the shit pot, I guess you could say. But unless it's somebody in the email, we haven't read their emails in a few months because they keep sending these emails and it's someone who's just trying to be toxic is what it is. So, but I'm about to ban that person. But I don't like banning people because it's like people deserve to have the freedom of speech. Like I could take a joke. Bubba's been shot up several times with jokes recently, to the point where it's like I don't know if I want to read that comment or read that email because that's kind of fucking bad. We all take jokes, but I also don't. We also know how to take a joke. We also know how to throw it back. You know, like Sage with Pencilhead or whatever his name is.
We haven't gotten that yet, really.
Well, I hope you don't. It seems like you're getting all the good, honest listeners, and we're getting an empty Walmart somewhere.
And it's different type of podcast too. You know, you're going to have different type of listeners.
We love all of them. They're amazing. I mean, you know, we're up to 321 now. They're amazing. I mean, we have some that are just diehard. They listen every single week, and I have to shout out to my bestie Christopher. He listens every Sunday and gives me a play-by-play. So,
right.
And of course, I love Lex.
Yeah, is he listening to this?
Oh, yes, Christopher's in the chat. Yep.
Hi, Chris.
Oh my God! Speak of the devil.
It's like somebody just said Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. It doesn't give you an excuse, Skeletor, for God's sakes.
He's blaming the shrooms now, too.
Yeah, he's blaming the shrooms or something. Yeah. So
like he wouldn't have done that anyway.
So you're on Sports Cats with Glenn, right?
Yeah, occasionally, yes.
I'm getting ready to have him on too.
Glenn's pretty awesome.
He's a good guy.
How'd you link up with those guys?
Just the podcast Facebook group. I mean, he got me on immediately, and yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now he's actually a former radio DJ.
Yeah, he still does it, and then he used to do. Christopher would know more. He was in. Was an EMT. Apparently, he was in a few vampire movies or shows.
He was in a few vampire movies?
Yeah. Remember? You remember? Okay. Yeah. He said he was in. He didn't know if it was Twilight or we think probably Vampire Diaries. Because he's in Georgia. So it's probably Vampire Diaries.
Would Twilight even be considered a vampire movie?
Yes, it's a vampire movie.
No.
Stop it.
No, it is not.
We love Twilight.
Vampires don't go out in daylight.
Yeah, they do. They can.
And vampires don't twinkle.
Oh, stop.
I don't need to say a word. Bubba's defending this all by himself. Keep
Team
going.
Edward.
Oh no, you're a Twilight. You're a Twilight fan, aren't you?
Hi, babe.
Yeah, but the books more so than the movies.
That's one thing my fiance says because she's big into Harry Potter. She says the books are better than the movies, and I can understand that because you can see the same thing kind of because I've obviously read the Jurassic Park book and The Lost World. Books are better than the movies. They're more terrifying, really.
Hi, Ellen.
You could if you want to watch vampire movies, I'm telling you, John Carpenter's Vampires. And there's a movie called Near Dark that's got Bill Paxton in it.
No. I'll tell you both right now. The best vampire movie to watch is Nosferatu. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, not
Oh
this new.
my
that I have.
god, that is
Is
so
it good?
good. Oh yeah, like
I'll put
it's.
that on my list to watch.
I'll tell you right now, and I'll warn you, Casey. It's very graphic, and I'll warn the listeners too. It's very graphic. It's very bloody. It's not Dracula. It's Count Orlok, I think is what they call the guy. It's I forget who the actor is, but it's this guy who did Pennywise in the It movie
Okay.
that just came out. And you hear this guy talk in the film and how he portrays the character. You can't see who it is. You can't tell that's the same guy. Let's see if I can bring up a picture of him real quick.
I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Vampires, and Vampire Diaries.
So you're big into like the vampires that you can't, like a person you can't tell is a vampire. It's like, don't know if that's a vampire or not.
That's kind of with Near Dark. You couldn't really tell that they were vampires either. But yeah.
Yeah, here you go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's fucking crazy.
That's a vampire?
That's the vampire. That's Cal Orlok in Nosferatu.
Damn.
Or the supernatural ones on that TV show. I don't know.
There also used to be a TV series that was on. It was so good. That was about vampires, but it wasn't your typical vampire show, and it was called The Strain. So if any of you haven't watched that, I mean, check it out if you can find the seasons of that. It's pretty crazy.
My coworker Tom, he said True Blood was his favorite type of vampire.
True Blood was good. I did love True Blood. That mixture of like Louisiana culture with like all the supernatural shit, like vampires and shapeshifters. It was like, that's really good.
What is the worst vampire movie?
I don't know.
I say the worst vampire film. I'm not taking shots, so don't take. I can't say the Twilight series because I'm in the same boat. It's like vampires are mythical beasts of the night. They, hey, if they were to sit there and say that, well, they're kind of human hybrid vampires, I could see that. But Twilight for me, the Twilight series. I'm sorry, Casey. I know
they gotta walk. Nope, they gotta walk among us. They gotta be like normal people. And come on, how can you not think Edward is cute? Come on now.
I could. All right, so he was good in the Batman. That, by the way, Warner Brothers.
Oh, he was.
This, get that movie going. He was good in Batman, but that was it. But no,
not the best Batman though.
Who's best Batman?
To me, my favorite Batman would probably be the one with Michael Keaton and like Kim Basinger and Jack Nicholson. That's my favorite.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Second one would be the one. What is the one where Heath Ledger was in? That'd probably be my second.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
I would strongly agree. Those two are the only Batman. Well, then you can also have what's his name who plays
Michael Keaton.
No, not Michael Keaton. He plays the new Batman.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
No, not Ben Affleck. I couldn't take Ben Affleck.
No. Don't be talking about my future husband there now.
Oh, you're a Ben Affleck fan?
Oh my God, Good Will Hunting's like my favorite movie.
He's done good movies, but as a good Batman, like there's people that are built for the role of a character, and then there's people who aren't. And Ben Affleck, I could see him being,
He was better than Clooney, though.
Yeah. Well, everybody was better than Robert Pattinson. That's his name.
With the worst vampire movies, I think though Tyler was kind of right with Twilight, but Renfield is also right there.
Now, I liked Renfield.
That was the dumbest friggin' movie.
It's a comedy. It's focusing more on, and look, Nicolas Cage looked really good as Dracula. But obviously they shouldn't have chosen a big cocaine like Nicolas Cage to play Dracula, but I thought he did a good job. It's a comedy. That's all it is. You're not looking at it as
Nicolas Cage is worthy of better movies.
He's kind of weird now, though.
Yeah, well, I think cocaine does that to you. He was a big cokehead in the early 90s.
I second that, Lex. The Accountant is another good Affleck movie.
That comes out this summer, doesn't it? The Accountant too?
It's actually, I think it's out now.
Is it out
My
now?
2 favorite Ben Affleck movies are obviously Reindeer Games.
Oh yes, Reindeer Games.
Reindeer Games was awesome. Yeah,
and then Dazed and Confused.
Yes, that's a good one. I like where they were bank robbers.
Your credibility lose. What the fuck? We got more. I'm about to dance somebody here. Goddamn it!
All right, now I like Chris.
Oh, you like Chris? All because his profile picture says, it's a Cubs hat, and he's making fun of me for being a Card. Get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Christopher's a diehard Cubs fan, so.
I like that TV show Dracula with Jonathan Rhys Meyers, if I remember correctly. They haven't really done a good. When's the last time they did a good werewolf film?
I like Silver Bullet though.
Just recently, yeah, Silver Bullet.
The recent one wasn't that good.
I didn't see the recent one, but it was just weird.
I didn't care for the recent one.
I liked it.
Okay, I liked how you're seeing his slow progression into it's like you see he's getting sick, they took how animals contract rabies and everything else and applied it to a human. Yeah. You see that happening, but when he turns into the Wolfman, you could have chose a much better fucking. I want a big grizzly bear sized fucking werewolf, not a guy who has a bald spot.
They didn't go too well into the full on werewolf that we think of. I wish they would have taken that a little further, but the story and the rest about the movie I really like.
Was Gary Busey in the remake?
No, he was not. I don't think he was. It wouldn't surprise me if he was.
He was. I mean, I think he was normal when he was in the.
Can you imagine if they did a remake of Silver Bullet?
I don't think they will. Silver Bullet's one of those films. I like American Werewolf in London. That one was good.
I don't really get into werewolves too much.
So what do you get into then? It's just vampires and what? By the way, if you want to see what the Wolfman looks like in that film, there's the Wolfman.
Lex saw a skinwalker.
Lex saw a skinwalker or saw a movie?
No, she thinks that she saw one. A legit skinwalker.
Oh, Lex, I need to hear about this. I need to hear about this.
Come on, Lex, get on.
I'm not going to push her on. If she doesn't want to come on, she doesn't want to come on. I get it. But
I'm not pushing her. No.
How did she? Do you know the story, Casey?
It was out there by Athens during the day, I believe.
It was out there by Athens during the day. Like what? What? Has she told you what happened and all that?
From what she told me, it looks like remember Slender Man? Remember everybody was into that, kind of like that. But I guess other people in Athens have seen this thing, and I told her you're not supposed to look at them.
No, because it's supposed to curse you or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's still in the chat.
Yeah, Lex,
I saw something. Oh, it was okay. So that
she saw something super creepy cruising from my house to my parents. Was it a skinwalker, Lexi?
She used to watch Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, that's.
I would love to go to the actual Skinwalker Ranch. You ever heard of stuff that happens out there?
No, the Skinwalkers scare me.
That one, the Blind Frog Ranch.
Skinwalker, all you gotta do is just shoot it. Was it Anakin Skinwalker? Get the
hey,
the hell out
nice
of here.
Dusty.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Well, you know how you take care of a Skinwalker, right? You just shoot it.
No.
You just shoot the damn thing until there's nothing left.
I'll go up to a Skinwalker and hump it.
It was
okay, here we go. It was walking into the woods, and it was like it wasn't walking on all fours. It wasn't walking like a human, but it was long and gangly, and definitely not a human. What the hell? You sure it was a skinwalker? You didn't just see an extraterrestrial, maybe?
Oh Lord.
Was it
Hey,
like, was it shadowy looking, or did you actually like see it? Like, I don't know how to describe it. I guess like,
They can look like any. They can look like someone you know or animal. I mean,
yeah, the one I
can change to whatever. But
the one I always hear is it always ends up looking like an animal, like it shapeshifts. Like it looks like your dog or a deer or
shoot, I'm gonna need the supernatural guys if this stuff is real.
one
I'm
of
gonna
the
need
neighbors has
Sammy.
seen it too. There hasn't really been a good Skinwalker horror film really ever done. They haven't really done that. I think like because Skinwalker, it's kind of a new phenomenon when it comes to paranormal. It was during daylight. You sure it wasn't just Bigfoot? That'd be crazy. What if it turns out that the Skinwalker is a Bigfoot?
or
It
Bigfoot
looks
is
super creepy though.
It looks super creepy. Well, I mean, you're talking about a long, gangly looking creature. I'd kind of be creepy about that too.
kind of sounds like some people I know.
I need.
Oh, I'm
No,
taking Sam Winchester.
no, you don't. You just need like 7 rednecks with AR-15s and shotguns. They'll put it down, and somebody's going to want to fight over mounting it on the wall. That's what's going to happen. You know that because the Skinwalkers always walk around with a deer skull, right? You're going to have 7 rednecks who are going to be fighting. Nah, I got the head. I got the kill shot. I'm going to take this son of a bitch and go mount it and put it out front in my yard for Halloween.
Too skinny
yeah.
and wasn't furry.
Lex, I'm going to need no more details about this. It was outside of Athens. It was tall. How tall would you estimate it? How tall would you estimate it was?
I'm thinking it's like Slender Man. Like he's
Because,
really tall.
yeah, Slender Man was like what,
7 foot.
8 feet
Yeah.
tall? Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah,
Was it wearing a cardinal hat?
he was not wearing a goddamn Cardinals hat. Hey, keep laughing. Your choke's coming. Your choke's coming this year. I need Will Height and Kluge on here. I'm getting bullied by the Cubs fans. Well, the deer are thick around here. Yeah, but I mean, I think you could tell the difference between a deer and something, Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could see. You could see it's 7 feet tall. Well, maybe she actually saw a skinwalker. Who knows? Yeah, but skinwalkers, that's kind of a new phenomenon that's popped up in recent years, and that was kind of made famous, I think, by actually Supernatural.
Yeah, we love that show.
All I know is I saw and hit the gas pedal and sped off.
Lex gets scared easily, so yeah, I can see that.
Lex, I take it you're not going to want to go ghost hunting with us anytime soon, are you? I'm waiting for like a great big no.
And by default, Lex is a Cubs fan. Yeah,
I am.
so
I'm moving to St. Louis. I'm moving the show to St. Louis. We've had a
you
fucking
live in
year.
Illinois. You root for the Cubs.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
am
do.
closer to St. Louis than Chicago.
Doesn't matter.
I did. I will tell you all this. Did I ever tell you guys how I scratched off on my bucket list? One of my bucket list items.
Mm-mm.
So we were driving military trucks up to Chicago back when I was in the Guard. We were dropping off Humvees that had just came back from Afghanistan. This is like 2014, 2013, somewhere around there. Downtown Chicago around Wrigley Field is just packed. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is packed. Like, I mean, it's like you're driving a large 5-ton with a flatbed trailer and a Humvee on top of it. Oh, she says she hates baseball.
Doesn't matter. She's a Cubs fan.
You can't draft her. Come on.
Yep, I'm drafting her.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you can't draft.
She actually had a bad experience at Busch Stadium. So.
Oh, she had a bad. I want to hear that one, but
I have.
we were up there by Wrigley Field, and we were like right across the street from it, and we were sitting there because traffic was just crawling, and so I decided, well, I'm gonna fulfill one of my bucket lists. And I got out of the military truck and I ran up to the sign and I flipped off the sign that said "Welcome to Wrigley Field." Oh, and the funny thing too is I immediately heard a "Hey!" I went rolling back. About that time, it's like, well, the Cowboys moving. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I got in trouble for that, but it was worth it.
Don't be flipping off our team.
I've been to 2 Cardinal games.
And she had a bad experience at Busch Stadium.
I'm like, no. I made a lot of people. It's weird because I meet a lot of people that are both on either side that have had bad experiences. I've met a person that had a bad experience at a Cardinals game, and I met a person who had a really bad experience at a Cubs game. And because of it, they'll never root for the Cubs, they said.
I've never had a bad experience at Wrigley Field. I mean, I've only been there twice, but
I've never been, but I mean,
you've never been to Wrigley Field?
No, I had a chance at season tickets, but they were so expensive, and it's like 3.5, 4 hours away. It's going to be hard to go. Oh, now she's telling her story.
We were on the deck where beer and food was free, and this guy spilled his beer all down the front of me. It was hot, it made me sticky, and it made me stink. We just call that a good time at Busch Stadium. I'm sorry.
See, when I went to Busch Stadium, even though there's no dome, it's still closed in. You don't get as much wind in there at all. So it just fucking, especially on a hot day, you just stinks like fucking garbage.
Oh, and those urinal troughs you've had in there since 1920 don't stink?
Hey, that's a bathroom.
That
I'm talking the whole fucking stadium.
You can smell the urinal troughs all the way out on the street.
And then this is when they just pretty much banned smoking in places. As even though the stadium is an outdoor thing, you still can't smoke in the stadium. Fine.
Did we lose Casey? She froze up. Casey, you still with us?
Yeah.
I think we lost her.
But I had a vape with me. Right. So every now and then I would hit it. And of course the usher come up and you can't do that. Well, like, I mean, okay, whatever. And then so you can't smoke in there, but then someone hit a home run.
Yeah, we lost.
And what happens when they hit a home run?
They shoot off the fireworks. Well, there's a difference between the fireworks and somebody's vape.
All that smoke came floating right back in our faces. Okay, what's the difference? Like, that smoke ain't no good either.
What's the difference? The difference is there's no nicotine or anything like that. And Casey says her Wi-Fi went out. We'll see if she can't rejoin. Hang on. Damn, we were having a good conversation too. There's a difference though between the nicotine that hits you from a vape and pyrotechnics from a firecracker.
Yeah, there's a bunch of chemicals in the fireworks.
But I mean, they're also not linked to cancer, and you can't sit there and tell me that Wrigley does the same thing, because I got a friend of mine. He used to be a Cubs fan. And he had a bottle slung at him at a Cubs game years ago, hit him in the eye, busted his eye. And ever since then, he had to be carried out by the EMTs. They wouldn't stop the game, and they had to wait. And he's sitting there writhing in pain. Ever since then, he said, "Fuck the Cubs." Each team has their own problems.
See, there was one other time they were, because I went to Busch Stadium because it's closer, so I would go there for a Cub Cardinal game. And of course, I had my Cubs hat and Cubs jersey on, and I was getting food thrown at me from above me and shit like that. So I mean, I get it. It's
For those of you wondering where Lexi went to, she's been having problems with her Wi-Fi for the past few days. She said before we got on, And looks like her Wi-Fi kicked out. So Lexi says she loves the smell of pyro. Her man, the Arthur. I don't know what that means. The
Shoot
Arthur.
the Arthur 4th of July show. That's cool because I like going there for that's where I would go there for the fireworks and nowhere else. The best fireworks show in Illinois.
Dude, I don't know. I spend $700 a year on fireworks down in St. Louis, and I could. Oh, here she is. She's back.
In Arthur, they got this in this field. They got these big things. They're like these tubes on the ground that they're like. You could fit like 5 of me in this thing, probably. I don't know. They're huge, and they shoot these great big fireballs in the air, and then you get a big mushroom cloud out of them. It's pretty cool.
So is your Wi-Fi working again, or?
Yep. Sorry. It just, I don't usually use Wi-Fi when we record. So
Yeah, what internet do you have? Is it Mediacom?
Frontier.
Oh,
I know. That's the only one we can get. Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, really? That's it?
Like I said, I'm in the woods.
Damn. It's sad you had to come to Wrigley to have a bucket list moment. Your team should really accommodate their fans more. Well, let me fire back with you with this one, Chris. It's sad that most of the people who had watching the Cubs win a World Series on their bucket list aren't around anymore when they actually won the World Series. Sorry.
Oh, stop it.
It's true. It's true. It took them 100 years.
So?
Truly the best in Illinois. Do you celebrate the 4th of July much, Casey? Or, yeah. Why did I question myself? You celebrate the 4th of July? You go down and see Lexi's husband do the fireworks show?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's so friggin' worth it. I used to go to Peoria because Peoria is supposed to have the best fireworks in Illinois. I don't even go to Peoria anymore. I'll go to Arthur.
I still think I put off the best one because one year I set my yard on fire.
Yeah, I would have paid to see that.
I literally, first year we moved into this house, I had a big brush pile sitting in the middle of the yard, and we were setting off like $700 worth of fireworks, and one of the things shot into the brush pile, and next thing I know, we got a bonfire going on too. So okay.
Huh. The Arthur fireworks that's on my list of this year again.
She loves Arthur.
Where is Arthur, Illinois at?
Over by Arcola.
By Arcola?
Amish country.
It's like an hour, I think, from Springfield.
And then if you ever go to Arthur, you got to eat at Yoder's.
So she's out there near Amish country. Okay.
And that Yoder's, it's Amish buffet.
Huh.
And they got like, I mean, it's normal stuff, but it's so good. It's so good.
So, okay, I got a question for you, Casey. When you started this podcast, how did you come across Lex? Because she's like your right-hand man. It seems like she's your co-pilot and all that stuff. She's been on a lot.
Yeah, she's my person. So we actually went to high school together. So don't laugh. She's my person. That's my person. She is. I love that girl to death, and I'd do anything for her.
See, even what she said.
So we actually went to high school together. So we met probably would have been 95, 96, but she was a year younger. We didn't really talk. She would always say hi to me. Like was always nice, but she was popular and too cool for me. And we just added each other on Facebook. And God, we've been Facebook friends forever. And like she'd come in when I worked at Macy's, or we would like just catch up. And then summer of 23, I posted a lot about Taylor, and she saw it and she goes, "Hey, why don't we try to get tickets?" And we did. And then we just built that was her way, I guess, of asking me, "Hey, do you want to be my best friend?" And we just been best friends.
That's cool.
And then from there, it was just like, hey, you want to start a podcast together? And then the show took off, basically.
Oh, I had to beg her for like 2 months.
You had to beg her for 2 months?
Yeah, yep. Yes, you were popular. Stop it.
Why did she think she wasn't popular?
She was like the cheerleader. She was like actually one of the best cheerleaders New Berlin had.
Oh, if you're a cheerleader, you're instantly popular. I don't care what she
Yep.
says. When you're a cheerleader like that, no, that's popularity.
But yeah, we just been besties since August of 2023, and she's amazing, and she's a little bit more behind the scenes and everything, but we always talk about the podcast. She's actually picking a couple topics, and yeah, I couldn't do this thing without her. So
they do so much research to do the podcast that
They
they
do.
do.
that's why I'm
It
doing it
is
every single
so
day.
much more stuff than what we do. I mean, they do a lot of research.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's just we put a lot of work into it. It's something I'm working on all the time. Like, I don't think people realize, like, if we have to watch a documentary, it's going to take us a little bit because we got to sit there and write everything down, and it's just, but we enjoy it though. I mean, it's fun, and we have fun together, and Lex is amazing. I know she feels like she doesn't have fans, but she does, and actually, Christopher is one of her biggest fans, I think.
right here, right there, I'm sure. I'm paying for both of you guys. I'm paying for both of you guys before that shit story even starts. I like both of you. Before it's like, which one's your favorite? Which one do you put? Oh, I see. You like Lex.
You see Skeletor's comment?
Let's see. So what you're saying is she's obviously does a podcast that don't make sense. No, she lives up near the Amish in the Amish territory. It's not.
You don't live up that over there.
So I don't know how to take that. So I'll just give it to him.
Hey, leave Christopher alone.
Hey, he started it. He started it.
Alone. That's my bestie, okay?
He started it. I can't help it.
Oh, you got 2 Cubs people on here, so.
Well, I got 2 Cubs people on here. Next time it's going to be an all Cardinals show. I'm going to find out. I'm moving to St. Louis. I'm moving the show to St. Louis.
And then he's going to make me be on that show.
Oh, I'll drag your ass on that show. Yeah, I'll throw you in the U-Haul. Let's go. So, what documentaries are you currently watching? Did you watch the one about the Menendez brothers on Netflix?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
We covered them.
That is so fucking weird. And they're trying to get a retrial?
Yeah, I mean, they deserve to be out. They've served their time.
Yeah.
They were abused.
I disagree.
No, they were abused.
If you murder someone, you've never done your time.
I disagree. Because, I mean, yes, they were abused. And I feel bad they were abused. I feel bad that they were the victims of what happened. But an eye for an eye makes the world go blind.
They've been in there for 35 years. I'm sorry. I mean, especially now there's new stuff coming to light, and it's just like, I can't imagine being a victim and you feel like that's your only way out. That dad was scary. Like, he was never going to let them go. Like,
he wasn't.
He told the one that you're not going away to college, and he was still being abused at like 18 years old. I mean, he told the oldest one, it's just, I think they've served their time. I don't think they're going to be a threat to society anymore.
Well, I mean, I just Googled them, and it says here they're still looking to possibly get a parole hearing, but I don't know. It's what happened to them is horrible. It is, but also what they did was horrible.
I mean, if Gypsy Rose can be out after 8 years and she helped with that, I think that we could.
Yeah, and aren't they also using Gypsy Rose as they're using Gypsy Rose as an excuse to say this is why we deserve parole, because you have Gypsy Rose who just got out, and look what she did. And yeah, he was abusive to those boys. That show, the mother, I thought, I don't know where Netflix. The guy who does this also did the Dahmer show, and I think he's doing one about Ted Bundy next. I think
that Dahmer show was just fucked up.
the Dahmer show was fucked up, but that's also what Dahmer was.
God,
He
that
was
was
fucked up.
Now, I watched some of the most fucked up horror movies you'll ever see in your life, but watching that was it just disgusted me so much that I had a
He was
hard
eating
time through it. Huh?
He was eating people. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
gross.
he was a cannibal.
I've watched some pretty bad cannibal movies. One was it was banned in the U.S. for a long time because it's.
Can you imagine living next door to Dahmer?
Oh, the smell.
We were talking about that, so I said, anyone living in that building, I feel sorry for them.
The
Yeah,
smell.
yeah.
They had to tear the building down because it was so toxic. Like the smell was stained into the building, and it was an environmental hazard. They literally tore that whole building down. And the worst thing about that whole situation was when they tore the building down, they didn't even give the tenants a place to live. They were just like, "Get out, we're tearing it down." It's like you disrespectful little shits. It's not their fault this monster was hiding under your nose in plain sight.
Yeah, he worked at a chocolate factory too.
Yeah, he worked at a chocolate factory. He worked at a brewing factory or something like that, a beer factory. That guy was,
We won't cover Dahmer. That's just, I can't with people eating people.
Well, maybe this will be the next one you cover if I pull this one
out. No, me and
Lex. No. I'm not saying cover Dahmer, but the same guy who did the Dahmer series and the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, he casted Charlie Hunnam as Ed Gein. They're going to cover Ed Gein.
So I think Dahmer and Rose were the ones we said absolutely we won't cover.
Dahmer and Rose are the ones you won't cover.
Probably not Casey Anthony either, because that's just.
Why not Casey Anthony?
I don't know. She came out with that series and just I don't know. It's that one's a hard one too. It's gross.
The thing I didn't care for with the Dahmer series was, like, I get you have to show how creepy and evil the guy was, but they went into way too much detail. What I wanted to know, I wanted to see, like, from the moment he got arrested to the whole process of him going to trial, because the trial was famous. The trial was everywhere. And then to the point where he was murdered in jail.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see. I mean, like, you could have shown some of the setups on how he murdered people, but not that graphic. That was like, Jesus Christ. That was hard.
Yeah, I got to like the second episode of that Dahmer. I couldn't. I'm just like, I can't.
We got to like the third episode of my fiance's like, I can't watch this anymore. I can't watch this. I'm like, all right, let's quit for a night. Then next thing I know, she's watching Wednesday on Netflix. I'm like, what the hell?
Lex loves Wednesday.
Don't we got season 2 coming out this year?
Yep, Lex is all about it.
It should be out like real soon. Like,
because I was actually surprised at how good that series was, and
it was. I liked it too. You see what I sent you, Tyler?
Yeah, I saw it. Hang on. Why are you sending me stuff while we're interviewing Casey?
Because it just came up on my thing.
Is it pumpkin spice?
No, it's not pumpkin spice. This is what I deal with Bubba. Would you like to buy Bubba? I'll give you $50 and you take him. If anybody's looking for a co-host who's going to wake you up at 4 a.m. or send you random weird stuff for no damn reason, I'll give you $50.
Oh, you know how hard it is to not send you stuff at 4 a.m?
You better never do it again, because I'll jump your ass like the last time.
Oh, it's so hard. Auburn
High School is listed for sale on eBay.
Interesting.
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with.
I didn't read like the story behind that, but yeah, I just thought that was pretty funny.
how much is it going for? It doesn't even say how much the price is going for.
Why would you sell a school on eBay?
Oh, it's some kid who probably I'm graduating, going to do stuff. That's all it probably is.
Either that or that's their just their way of raising money or something, maybe, or I don't know, but
Also, it's going to premiere in August, and it's a two-parter. Okay.
I thought it was going to be sooner than that.
So, Casey, what's one case you'd like to follow? You talked about obviously you don't want to cover Gypsy Rose, Casey Anthony, Dahmer. What's one you would love to cover, but you haven't pulled the trigger on yet?
Um,
Man,
I think O.J. Simpson, obviously, because I know a lot about that, and I've seen almost every single documentary, and they're always different. Let's see.
OJ be good.
Yeah, OJ would be good. There was the one, the Starved Rock guy, the guy from here, the star that they let out, the Starved Rock killer.
The Starved Rock killer.
They did a documentary on HBO. He was in prison.
I've heard about
got out. Yeah. Oh yes, Lex does blow me up at random times at night. So.
Oh, Chester Weger, I believe his name is. Okay.
Yeah.
It was convicted in 1961. When I have pain insomnia, I'll totally blow up Casey on Messenger.
She does, but that's.
And I know.
I just figure people will see it when they wake up.
You don't figure that I'm sleeping with the alarm on and I hear it go off and think that's it? No, it's Bubba sending a picture of.
My alarm's on too, but
go to bed.
I turned off the sounds for my notifications.
I at least got 3 bricks from MBHS when they tore down the old high school and junior high. Huh.
Yeah, New Berlin's got a new high school, and
New Berlin got a new. Is New Berlin District 117?
I don't know.
So I know District 117. They rebuilt the middle school out here in Jacksonville. They originally said it was going to cost like only $8 million. It ended up costing like $20 million. So they're hurting for money because they decided they wanted to spend all this money they didn't have, and yeah. I'm not a big fan of District 117. I think they're just worthless, in my opinion, for a school district. If you went to anywhere else like Chatham, Auburn, you were smarter than District 117.
We just can't math. We just can't math in New Berlin.
We can't math and we can't write properly. We can't pronunciate either. Like, you can ask Bubba, Adam, that we do Weird Frequencies with, he's always got to correct me on how I pronounce things. So other than podcast,
I went to Riverton, so I'm just fucked up in more ways than you.
I just think that's you. I just think that's you. So
no, I'm not the only one. Trust me.
So, other than the podcast, what else has been new for you?
I mean, I work a full-time job and hang out with Lex, and now I have another bestie, Alexis. So, and her friend actually is named Casey. So there's 2 of us, which is wild.
Oh,
yeah. So I can spend time with her. So
you're working your job. Basically, all you basically do is just work. You hang out with friends, and then you do a podcast every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I can't really sit there and say I have much of a social life either. This is my social life. Like, this is it.
It's a fun hobby to have, though. I mean, I look forward to it. It's definitely good for our mental health, and
yep.
Do
I totally look forward to our shows.
What'd you say, Bubba?
I said I totally look forward to our show nights.
I don't know. It's just like because of life, how it's been lately. I don't get to hang out with friends as much anymore. I don't get to go see friends as much anymore. And it's like,
Why?
I go to work. I don't know. I think it's just my job. Ever since COVID, it's been like harder to get out of that funk, I guess you could say. And I think a lot of people are like that too.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of like, you spend so much time, indoors because that whole COVID shit, which now all the information's coming out where you realize, hey, COVID was just stupid anyways to begin with, and it was handled stupidly. But it drives me nuts because it's like I want to go out and see friends, but at the same time, it's like I just don't really want to. I gotta stay home. I gotta mow the lawn. I gotta go to work. I gotta do a podcast. It's like this basically is my social life. Like I said,
That when you're an adult, you got Susan, so you got your life. Your friends got their wives or girlfriends or whatever. They got their life going on, and when you get to be an adult, it's harder to see friends anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's just life. But then you
like
add on the stuff that Tyler's talking about too. It makes it even harder. It's
yeah, and I mean, I'm not trying to take shots, so don't think I am, Bubba. But I mean, you've also had a pretty hard time too with your band breaking down, and you're trying to lose weight and all that stuff. It's difficult. I see you struggling when you try and get in and out of a car, and it's just I don't know what Casey's social life is like, but it's hard, like you hit up your friends and you're like, hey, you want to go to a bar or go catch a movie or play some video games. Back in the day, they were like, fuck yeah, what time? Let's go. Let's do it. Then nowadays it's like, I can't do it. I don't really. I got one friend. We used to get together after high school and play video games till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. That was our routine. Friday nights, no, we were just, you go out, you go over to his place, you hook up the Xbox. And nowadays nowadays it's like he doesn't want to play video games anymore because he just wants to play PC games and watch YouTube. It's like, dude, if I want to watch YouTube, I'll go back to my fucking house and watch YouTube. Let's do something. Well, we are doing something.
I mean, yeah, we're going to Taylor Trivia on Tuesday, so
What's Taylor Trivia?
it's in Springfield. They did it at Harvest Market. Me and Lex did it, and we're gonna go with my other buddy Alexis. And I've been a little bit more social. Me and Lex are gonna try to see each other more in person.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, how far is she? She's like what, like a half hour to an hour away from you?
Yeah.
Well, if you guys just met up at Springfield, I mean, that's pretty close there.
Yeah, it just depends on how she's feeling. I mean, there will be times like I might not hear from her for like a week because she's like got migraines. So, but we saw each other, I want to say a couple weeks ago, and I took her out for her birthday. So we do, but we talk all the time though. So, I mean, we're going to make an effort to do more stuff. So
I know there's so much stuff that I want to be doing, but with not having a vehicle now, it fucking sucks.
harder for you, yeah.
Like I've been going friggin' nuts. I mean, Casey. I've been going friggin' nuts in this apartment by myself all the friggin' time.
And you're also dealing with a lot more depression too. I've seen it, and a lot of people have seen it.
Well, I mean,
are you saving up for a car?
well, I don't have much extra money to save up for a car.
You don't have any extra money to save up for a car. You get Social Security?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically disabled, aren't you?
Yeah.
How long did you have that van for?
3 years or so. Maybe 4.
I don't know anybody who's selling a car for cheap. Do you, Casey?
I don't know how much it costs to fix the van versus what it's worth.
If I recall,
I don't even have the van anymore.
If I recall, his motor seized up because I think it was like, I forget. Was it the oil? It was, you ran out of oil in your van. Yeah, Lex is legally disabled too.
Ready to go get an oil change, and Yeah, somehow, and it never. I never saw any oil leaking out of it, but somehow it leaked out.
You guys need to hang out more. Like, there's like a bunch of you guys on this podcast. You could pick roads up and you guys could just do what guys do, I guess.
Oh, it's like I say, it's like everybody's busy too. Like right now, this is peak for Wrestling for a Cure, which is why I'm wearing this shirt because it's their big day. They're doing the golf tournament, which I was supposed to go to, but most of my golf team decided they didn't want to do it this year because either they were too busy or one of them lost their job recently.
Oh.
So I can't blame him for that. But it's really hard to, especially this time of year. You know, like I got friends who work during the weekends. I'm usually off, and they're working the days I'm off, and they're off the days I work. And it's like it's difficult, you know. And plus another thing too is like life just fucking sucks right now. It does. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care what your political preference is. I don't care what your political preference is. I'm not trying to get political, but I'll say it right now. We're still in survival mode.
Oh, we're going to be for a while, but I knew that was going to happen.
We were put in survival mode because we had a president for 4 years who let his political party run the office, and now we have a president who's letting his ego run the office.
Well, I will just say under a Democratic president, my 401k always looks really good. Right now, I've lost a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse. And there was some guy on TikTok whining about it. And I said, you know what? He's like, my business is suffering. And he's like, it was suffering the first 4 years of Trump, and said he'd vote for him again. I'm like, and then everybody lit him up, and then he was mad about it. I'm like, but we tried to tell you, you deal with China. You knew this was going to happen.
You deal with China. Very, very, very big tariffs, huge tariffs. I can't.
He was mad at everybody. And I'm like, because we told you this was going to happen.
Well, and I think what it comes down to is like, number one, we haven't had a good president since Obama. Now, say what you will about Obama, but at least he knew how to walk across the aisle and talk to the other side.
He cared about this country.
Trump, he didn't really care about this country. He spent too much time fighting the Democrats. And Biden was this exact same thing as Trump, just different side. Biden didn't care anything about this country except fighting the Republicans, and he let the Democratic Party run it. And you see what happened.
Well,
I personally think he sabotaged Kamala's chances. And Kamala, I don't think she was all there, personally.
Well,
I think there was something there. I don't know.
We don't have, I mean, you can say what you want about Obama, Biden, or Harris, but they care about this country. My personal opinion, I don't think Trump does, and I don't think he cares about his supporters. Like, I think he just kind of laughs and is like, hey, they got me to vote. You know, they voted for me again. And I don't think I think if you met him, like, I don't think he would treat any of his supporters very well. And I think some of the MAGA would kind of be okay with that. They'd be like, oh, he's just saying how it, I don't know. It's just, I can't with him.
See, Lex agrees. Lex agrees. She couldn't do her job. No, she couldn't do her job.
We wouldn't be where we are now if she was in office. Like, I'm telling you, it's going to get really bad for a lot. It's already really bad.
I don't think it's as bad as it could be.
You don't believe in due process?
I do believe in due process,
okay.
Yes, but I believe that I don't think it's right now. I don't think it's as bad as it's going to be, and I don't think it's going to get. The whole tariffs thing, a lot of countries have backed off on the tariffs, but he didn't need to wave around tariffs like it's a fucking, he said he was going bubble gum. He shouldn't have, I mean, the most he had to do, the whole Doge thing was fine, finding all that. Like, why do we need to spend $250 million telling people in Vietnam, don't burn your trash? We could be giving that to some of the homeless people, some of the migrants that are coming to this country, help them become American citizens. Oh, we need to give it to Vietnam. Tell them don't burn trash. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
On that note, I'm also not bashing one side or the other because we got this war in Ukraine. all Trump had to do was sign this. You know, we get some of the rare earth minerals, we give you some money, and that helps you with the war. That's all he had to do. He didn't have to sit there and humiliate Zelensky in the office. Like, I get it. Zelensky comes in, thinks he's going to do this, do this. There's one problem, Zelensky. You're not working with Joe Biden, who's trying to stay awake. You're working with Donald Trump, who's got a massive fucking ego, dude. Come on.
I don't know. Nobody's above the law and nobody's above God. And Trump thinks that he doesn't have to listen to the Supreme Court, and we don't know what happens.
Oh, you notice now he's not even fighting the Supreme Court. He's not even fighting the Democrats. He's fighting the courts now. The Supreme Court has been everywhere.
But the thing is, though, he can't do anything now with that guy that's basically been sent to a death camp, because now it's like the Supreme Court can't order El Salvador to bring this guy back. So now he's going to get off on that technicality, be like, but it's like, a judge said that guy was not to be sent back. And now you're sending this man to a death camp, and that's going to be on you. Yeah. And that's what a lot of us are angry. Like, where's the due process?
That whole thing, like, look, okay. That whole thing with that guy who was sent there, he's an American citizen, right? I'm just trying to make sure I get the facts right.
I don't think so, because I think you only have a year to get asylum, but a judge ruled in 2019 for him that he was not a gang member and not to be sent back there. Like, he was not supposed to be sent. And I can't remember how he got sent there, but that's where he got sent. I mean, he's a dad of 3 kids, and he's probably going to die there before there's nothing we can't.
Yeah, because the El Salvador camp they've got,
it's a death camp.
I've seen pictures of it, and I've seen the conditions, and it is practically, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a death camp, it's more of a gulag. You know what a gulag is?
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's no better than a death camp, but it's still bad. You're still going to suffer. And
it's just, I can't imagine ever just thinking that could happen here. I mean, Trump was screaming about his due process when he had his trial. But
yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are upset, because we're like, what happens to us? He's going after the First Amendment. Like, you were supposed to be all about, it's a lot of things that should not happen. This happens in other countries, right? So, but I think Trump thinks he's just going to do, because this time he's not going to be checked like he was last time, Now
the Democrats just kind of seem like, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The Democrats just kind of seem to have shut down. They're like, they were trying to be all, oh, this isn't right. But then it was like, they got shut down now. And now it's like they're dead now. They're done, it seems like.
I think after this, we're going to have one in office for 8 years, and they're going to have to, once again, clean up everything. And it's just, I think the right, and I have people on the right that I love dearly, that we can talk about it, but I think some of them get hung up on the wrong thing.
Would you say I'm not, there's no right or wrong answer to this, and I'm not asking this to bash you or anything like that. Would you consider yourself a liberal?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why. Because I've seen some things like there's only 2 things I get political with. Number 1, Second Amendment. Don't fucking touch that. Don't touch that at all. It's there for a reason.
Y'all love
that. It's there for a point. You can sit there and say, well, we're trying to make sure we do this and do that. No, it's there for a reason, because the Constitution is one of the most genius pieces of paper ever wrote in the history of mankind. It would probably be up there with, like, say, Homer's Odyssey. And number 2, we need to back off on this political dogma, okay? Like, look, you're a liberal, I'm conservative. Bubba, I'm not conservative, I'm down the middle. I don't care. Bubba, you would be conservative, right?
No,
he's.
You're down the middle too?
Ellen thinks I'm conservative, but I'm not. I'm just, because I would vote for a Democrat if there was a Democrat worth voting for.
Yeah, I voted for Obama twice.
If there's a Republican worth voting for.
Did you
see me vote? Hell no, I didn't vote, because there wasn't no one worth voting for.
With the Second Amendment.
But
hang on, Bubba, let her finish.
Oh, sorry. With the Second Amendment, I am for it, but I think you guys tend to get a little too with it. Like, I understand that if I ever have to, like, someone breaks in my house and I have to make that decision, like, that's going to be hard, but I don't need to have like 20, 30 guns. And, you know, that's just like, I don't have a thing for it. Like, I respect guns.
See,
but
this is where I like. This is where I like you, and this is where it's like, well, wait a minute.
No, I mean, there's things that, and like on the left, sometimes the cancel culture, I think, is a little crazy.
Oh yeah,
like,
I mean,
they're going after like Bill Maher now, and I'm like, he actually is good about calling out both sides. People didn't like him going to meet with Trump.
Bill Maher is actually one of the most. I always thought he was a liberal.
He's on the same.
Yeah, he's cut from the same cloth as Jon Stewart, who's also the same way. I love both of them. But why are they deciding to go after Bill Maher? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
He just calls out how he sees. And I mean, I think it's good he went and met with Trump.
And to answer your question, Casey, about why we have so many guns, like, I'm not going to lie, I have guns here. I have a lot of guns here. It is the sheer inability to continue life without one. It is, okay, I have an AR-15. Ooh, that one is in white color. Oh, that's purple. I love that purple magazine. It's the same way as, like, I guess the best way I can't believe we're going to compare this with guns, you know. The best way to describe it is a woman with her shoes and her purses.
Did you see the video of that guy, that MAGA guy at the protest that he got mad because a liberal headbutted him because he was getting in people's face and stuff?
That's too much.
He should have had his. He should not be able to own a firearm. You don't.
Number one, he was. Now, are there good people with firearms? Yes. Are there bad people with firearms? Absolutely. Just like every walk of life. He pulled an AR-15 out of his car all because a liberal headbutted him. If a liberal headbutted me at a protest, first of all, I'm not going to a protest to, like, look for trouble. That's like, okay, they want to protest, let them protest. That's fine. The moment they start throwing Molotov cocktails, then we got a problem, like what happened back in 2020. But if, like, some magical reason, let's say somebody confuses his cardinal hat for a MAGA hat, it's happened before, actually, too.
How?
I don't know. I mean, look, it says
how is that confusing?
Look, Cardinals. And they literally, I was walking in a Walmart to go get the fiance's meds, and all of a sudden I heard this guy, take off that goddamn MAGA hat. He ripped it off my hat. I'm like, motherfucker. And I had to look down because I realized, oh, he's short of me. He's like, motherfucker, that's a Cardinal hat. No. And he looked at it, he goes, oh, well, you shouldn't be wearing red. It should be black or blue Cardinal hat. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't know why you're snatching someone's hat off.
Yeah,
that's
if somebody was wearing a Harris hat, good for him. I ain't good. That's fine. That's fine. If somebody's wearing a Trump hat, hey, that's fine. But the guy you're talking about in that video, he was looking for trouble.
But he said he wasn't. He said was. They were blocking traffic, and then I guess they said it was self-defense. But I'm like, look what kind of gun you have. He could have taken out that whole crowd.
He got headbutted by a person in the crowd. First of all, they shouldn't be blocking traffic. I agree with that. I think there's a law they're not supposed to. But second of all, self-defense is if that person started hitting you with, like, say, a ball bat or pulled a knife on you, or they pulled a gun. You know, that's self-defense. That's when you pull out of your conceal and carry. Somebody headbutts me, yes, I'm going to fight back, because I'm going to be pissed, because I'm probably busting my teeth out, but I'm not going to pull a gun on the guy. That's just too much.
It was too much, and I'm surprised people weren't running and, like, freaking out.
And to respond to Lexi there, you need to check into that, because the way I get it, you could still get a FOID card. When you have the medical marijuana card, you're just not allowed to go, like, to a gun store and buy a gun. But you are still allowed to buy a gun from an individual buyer.
Okay. That's the first.
They're
That's one of the
solid.
first things. That's one of the first things he said. I gotta say, it's funny, and I agree with. So,
He is very funny. So
yep. But I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. The other problem I have with this country is we had this political dogma that's going on way too much.
well,
Way too much. Like you're a liberal. That's totally fine. We can agree, disagree. It's 100%. You know, but
I mean,
I
I
still
yeah.
respect you. I still respect you. I still like you.
Yeah. Alexis, I'm not telling you I'm 100% right on that, but I think that's how it goes. So definitely look into it.
I mean, I had a MAGA guy on my podcast last week, and me and Enzo are cool. I mean, I've been on his lives. I've seen how my side talks to him, and I'll be in the chat like, let's not do this. You don't need to threaten to dox him. You don't need to make inappropriate comments to him. Like, he's a really cool dude, but he's not super MAGA. Like, he said nice things about Biden and Harris, and I'm like, okay, you're reasonable. I can work with you. Because he thinks that Harris would have won if she had enough time. He said he prayed for Biden, and he just, you know,
The
I
only
would.
thing I'll say is one of the things. Sorry, go, Tyler.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
The only thing I think of, one of the things that screwed Harris was she wouldn't answer questions. She didn't have much time anyway.
yeah.
No,
But
she
when she
didn't.
was, so when they asked her questions, and she would just skate around the answer and not actually answer the question, well, people aren't going to vote for you if they don't know the answer to these questions.
Yeah.
Well, Trump doesn't have a plan on anything.
Trump's
I mean,
plans. Here's my argument, though. I mean, yes, Harris only had 5 months. Let's be honest. This is where I think Biden literally sabotaged her because he thought he could stay in and he couldn't because he was too old and he wasn't all there. And he decided to wait till July, shortly after the assassination attempt, like a week after Trump got shot. He decided to announce he was dropping out and he endorsed Kamala. She had 5 months to try
yeah.
and prove that, yes, I am better than Joe. And honestly, I don't think she was better than Joe, but still, that's still, no matter whether she was or wasn't, 5 months is not enough time to sit there and say, hey,
For anyone.
this is me, you know? And
Well,
Lex
yeah.
makes a good point. Look at the Amish that came out of the woodwork to vote for. Yeah, the Amish barely ever vote.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why me and Enzo get along. I think because he wasn't a fan of Tate or like that Nick Fuentes guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
But the thing is, me and Enzo have a bunch of stuff in common. Like, we talked about baseball on the podcast. We talked about movies. Like, I'll jump on his lives and he'll tell people, don't give me a hard time. Like we get along, and you can ask Lex. It was hard for me to have somebody like that on the podcast, but me and him get along like really cool. He wants to come back on, and he's just like, I don't know, he's really cool. And like, I'm not going to feel bad, or, like if anybody's like, well, how dare you have someone like that on? But he's a cool guy, and he actually wants to run for office, and I can see it. Like, he knows his stuff.
Are you going to vote for Jason Wilhite if he runs for office for governor of Illinois?
No, because I'm going to run.
Look, I don't care. Here's what you both should do. You both should get together and decide, all right, look, I get the first 4 years, you get the next 4 years, and then we go from there. I just don't want Pritzker.
One of you needs to be governor, another one needs to be lieutenant governor.
Yeah. And Wilhite can be lieutenant. He can be lieutenant.
Oh, I know he's going to watch this back later. You two will have
to box that one out. So
I know he's going to watch this back later and be like, now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hey, I'll get that Swiftie vote in Illinois.
Oh, you're going to get the Swiftie vote. Oh, shit. I love how everybody pulls out. You get the Swiftie vote, you win everything. This Swiftie power unites.
But, me and Lex differ, and we get along.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've done shows with hardcore liberals. I've done shows with hardcore conservatives, and I still get along with most of them. I really do.
I wonder what the middle.
I've never even really talked to Lex much at all, but like I swear, like I know her so well just because of Casey.
Swifties. She's
There are some Swifties that support Trump.
there is. Well, and
That's
you asked
okay.
like, what's down the middle called?
Yeah, what is it if you're not really left, but you're not really right?
Normal.
No, there's got to be.
It's
And
normal.
it's not independence either because we got to have a name for them.
Hi guys, love you.
Susan probably got dinner apparently. They say hi.
What?
They say hi.
What did you say?
I said Susan brought me down dinner.
Yeah. My ankle's hurting.
I took her out today to she's sitting here like, well, I'm waiting. What are you gonna say? They had a big book thing here in Jacksonville, our town books, local bookstore. Yeah. I only slept like 2 hours because she wanted to be there because like the first 10 people would get a book or a bag of free books.
I got a lot of books.
And she also spent a lot of money.
It's $10 a bag.
She bought 4 bags.
What's that Biden quote? It's good for the economy. It doesn't hurt anybody.
The book lady.
The Biden quote is, "It's good for the economy. It doesn't hurt anybody." So,
hey, Susan. Alexa says hi.
Alexa says hi.
Oh, I said hi to everybody. I love you all.
16.
I'm going to. I have a friend upstairs, and we're hanging out watching movies and dinner.
That's okay. I think we're about ready to wrap it up here, but we've been going on for about an hour and a half.
See you guys.
And I'm pretty sure
Love
Casey's
you.
like, I'm ready to eat myself, honestly. And I haven't ate all day, so this is looking good.
No, I ate before. Oh, New Berlin is 60. That's right. It's District 60. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a salad today.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good on the weight loss. I've noticed. You noticed that?
Except for he doesn't eat for a whole day.
Yeah, you got it. You got to eat. You can't do fasting stuff.
I've got some days where I don't. I've been keeping track of my calories, and generally it's between 1,000 and 1,200. But then I get quite a few days it's like 700 or
And I tell him to eat.
Yeah, you guys have actually been really close friends. It seems like you guys have gotten really close ever since the first interview.
Yeah. We take messages about every day.
Yeah.
About every day.
Yeah.
Do you need me to tell them to stop messaging you that much, Casey, or is it?
No, we talk about pumpkin spice and Taylor Swift.
Oh God, that's pumpkin. Bubba, you're a 50-year-old man.
And coffee creamer. We just like coffee.
You're not. I have never tried pumpkin spice. And I have no intention to try pumpkin.
It's so good.
I actually have pumpkin spice flavored popcorn seasoning.
Oh God, why? Why? It's such a white girl food. It is. Has he sent you the thousands of videos of Bigfoot yet?
No.
Oh, no. So you're lucky. So you're actually holding back over there, you asshole.
That's not her thing.
You haven't lived until you've sat there and received a video of a guy dressed up as Bigfoot running through the woods, pretending to shit, and then he claims it's legitimately Bigfoot when it's not, even though the video clearly shows it's a kid in a fucking costume.
Lex says it's good too.
Lex, no, I like my coffee dark, a little bit of sugar, no cream, just dark.
She gets a lot of videos, just not Bigfoot videos.
Well, you haven't lived until you've sat there and you've seen that kind of video. You're like, why the fuck did he say this?
Well, I don't want Skeletor to ever email me.
You don't want Skeletor to ever email?
No.
Oh, why not?
He can email Lex.
Oh, Skeletor's crazy. I don't know. Between Skeletor and Bubba, I don't know who's worse when it comes to like. doing stupid shit.
Uh,
I like peppermint mocha. That's good.
I just like
my coffee creamer is the peppermint mocha one.
I'm
That's
down to
like
my last K-cups of pumpkin spice.
that's what I get. It's the
Oh God,
pumpkin
you're down to your
creamer.
last cases. It's not like you got 3 or 4 months till they're back in fucking stock.
My birthday is usually pumpkin spice day, so
Oh Jesus, when's your birthday?
August 25th.
August. Yeah, that is about that. I figured they'd be starting to put out the pumpkin spice like around. Well, what is the term? Spooky season starts July 5th or something like that.
I know
I
Lex
figured
only
that-
had one this year. She only had one pumpkin spice.
How many
See,
cases of pumpkin?
My birthday's in October, so
How many cases of pumpkin spice do you usually get?
I usually just go Starbucks or just get the K-cups or the coffee creamer.
I don't like flavored cream. I do not like flavored creamer, but I do like vanilla cappuccino.
Ooh, yeah.
Gotta celebrate summer week. Yeah, it's like summer week, like July 5th up till Halloween. That's usually, and
hi, Amanda.
I'm starting to hate it. That's my sister there. I'm starting to hate it because we're starting to get into that kind of feel where it's like
Ooh,
October 31st at midnight is Christmas season for a lot of people.
I know. It's too early for me.
That's too early for me. So for me, July 5th, which is the start of summer weed, is too early for me. I don't start celebrating fall until at least September. That's it.
Halloween should be year round.
No,
I like fall, but
I like summer. I'm looking forward to sweating my ass off this summer. I love 90, 100-degree weather.
There's like those for Halloween people now are getting these great big tall huge skeletons, right? Have you seen those?
I've seen like from Home Depot and whatnot.
So yeah, whatever they're getting them, but these things are huge. I don't even know how tall they are, but they're big. And there's a house in Springfield, and theirs is still up.
Why is it still up? It's April. It's almost May.
Every holiday, they change something about the skeleton, and it's also got a dog skeleton next to it on a leash. And each holiday, they change the decoration on it. Like for St. Patrick's Day, they had one of the like pilgrim hats on, and a couple other.
Wait a minute, you mean a leprechaun hat?
Yeah,
Pilgrim hat is November.
Yeah.
Is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, leprechaun hat, and it's funny. Easter, they just had I think like big bunny ears on it and whatnot. But they do things, little different things. Christmas, they had a Santa hat and then like garland around its neck like a scarf.
I think that thing should come down after Halloween. I think it should come down after Halloween.
Oh, Lex's favorite scary movie is Dr. Giggles.
Her favorite scary movie is Dr. Giggles?
Yeah, I terrified her as a kid.
You know the one movie that everybody always said terrified them, but I never understood why? Was like all the clown movies from the 80s and 90s, like Stephen King's It. And
Yeah.
what was the other one? Killer Space Clowns from Outer Space. I'm sitting there thinking, how are people terrified of clowns because of these movies? This is just stupid.
It's just like, I think in general, like clowns are creepy and scary, and I don't mess with them.
Well, my sister one day, she said, Lexi's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. My sister one day, she said, she's got a phobia of clowns too, and I don't know if she still has one or not, but she said one day that she likes the Joker from Batman. I'm like, well, why would you like him? He's a clown. And she's like, well, if you think about it, it's not. It's war paint. He's a clown. It's no difference. He's one of the worst clowns you could come across.
I don't know why he doesn't bother me.
I guess for a lot of people, maybe it's because he's so mainstream, and maybe because like people, he's always he's like one of the biggest comic book villains or comic book characters around and all that stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Ghost Ship's a good movie.
When
you start a movie off with the cable cutting a whole bunch of people in half, I mean that's a great movie.
You know, like my food's sitting right here, dude. I don't think I've ever seen Ghost Ship.
Now, there's nothing. I don't think I've found a horror movie that scares me.
I messed with Lex and told her that Michael Myers was real and that was a real thing that happened here. I had her going, I think, for a couple minutes, but
why did you do that?
I like to just. She won't watch them with me, and those are my favorite Halloween movies. I said we'll watch them in the daylight together.
You watch it in the daylight with the curtains open.
Yep. You see Michael out there. You know, he's walking like so slow, but he can get everybody.
I have friends who I'm sure would love to just walk around dressed as Michael Myers. So if you need to scare Lex for Halloween at some point, you know.
You can get her to watch the movie and then like have one of us put on the mask and stand at your window and just lightly tap on it.
No, because that's when somebody gets a gunshot wound.
Well, I mean, it is Lexus.
It's like that kid years ago in New York who decided to scare all of his friends dressed as an alien. He got shot in the shoulder for it.
I've heard about Lexus going off on the that person. What was it? That Swiftie or whatever, the line.
Oh, yeah, because the person was being rude and said that they were going to push people, and she was demonstrating how she was going to push people and shove people, and you know, Lex was just like, "That's not cool."
Lex might beat me up.
I wouldn't mess with her. I mean, that's my black cat, as I call her.
Wait, what happened with the Swiftie?
So she went to Black Friday for Target, and they were waiting because Taylor released some stuff exclusive just to Target, and there was this Swiftie in line, and this person was like, "I'm going to push people, I'm going to shove people," and she was demonstrating it, and like I guess everybody was irritated, and Lex is like, "Well, I don't think Taylor would approve of that," or something like that, and everybody started laughing.
How old was this lady that was sitting there claiming, "I want that Taylor Swift scarf," you know?
She said she was a young girl, like probably 19 to 20.
Oh, old enough to know better, at least.
And her mom was there with her and stuff, and everybody was getting irritated. And Lex is just like, "Oh yeah, she's
like, I totally called that bitch out at Target."
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Swifties are nuts, man.
I'm telling you, man. Lex, yeah, I wouldn't mess with her. She gets very protective over me.
I've heard some of the conversations that Susan has with Lex, because ever since you guys started talking and all that stuff, it's like she'll come up. She's like, "So Lex said you should be doing this, doing this, doing this." I'm like, "When did Lex move into my house? What in the hell? What is this?"
Oh, she's not bossy. I'm the bossy one.
Oh, she was bragging how she did push people. Oh, well. I got one last question for you before we get out of here, Casey. And this breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because I do like listening to it. Why don't you listen to Joe Rogan?
You know, I listen to true crime more. My followers like Joe Rogan. That's fine. You can listen to whatever podcast that you want to listen to.
Yeah. I don't understand. I mean, like, I get it because it gets political on there, and he did have Trump on, which I guess he tried to get Harris on, but Harris just didn't want to do it for some reason.
Yeah.
And there was actually a lot of podcasts that came out and said that, yeah, they had the same issue with trying to get Harris on. They were literally trying to get her on.
She was on Call Her Daddy, which is also one of the biggest podcasters.
She was on that one, yeah.
Awesome.
But Sean Ryan, who's also getting pretty high up there, and he's a pretty good podcast too. He said he tried to get Harris on there as well. He wanted to get Harris on there before Trump. And Harris said that she only wanted to do like an hour episode. They wanted him to fly out to Washington, and she only wanted to talk about policy. Didn't want to talk about anything else.
Rogan
Which,
said that.
Sean Ryan said that. Which
I
Rogan also said the same thing, and there's been a lot of podcasters that said that she was difficult. They gave her the opportunity, but she didn't want to take it, which is weird. Because you figure if your opponent's going to do it, you'd want to do it too. Like, do it bigger, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I said this. I welcome Trump to come on. I welcome Biden, Harris, any living president, or I would welcome Trump on, and I would be nice to him.
Would you welcome me on dressed as Donald Trump? Because apparently I do a damn good Donald Trump impersonation.
Sure.
You heard how she said that, though, didn't you?
Yes,
I would be nice to Trump.
She would be nice, but there's no. I mean, we can't sit there and say he would be nice. No. Listen.
We wouldn't talk politics. I would have him on, and I welcome him on. But I mean, he's not going to come on mine. But if Harris wants to come on, Biden, I'd welcome it. I mean, I think Bill Maher, took a lot for him to go on there, because I know at one point I think Trump was suing him over some comment or something. But
I think he was, yeah. So, but what is about Joe Rogan you don't like?
I've never really been a big Rogan fan. I think there was a lot of misinformation during COVID. I don't know. He has such a huge platform. But my followers, they like Rogan, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to knock another podcast. I mean, if people like, and I've listened to a couple of his episodes. So I just have my select, like I like the Call Her Daddy one. I like the smaller podcast, like Walk Like a Mailman, like we're podcast besties, and they listen to us every week. I listen to them every week. And yeah, I listen to true crime. I mean, Rogan doesn't do true crime, does he?
He does every once in a while, yes. The ones that I really love are when he's talking about the fucking aliens.
That's the thing I like about Rogan, is these episodes are so different. Like, you watch one episode and he's talking about one thing, and then next time you watch, it's something completely freaking different.
Yeah.
You just never know what you're going to get.
He had Blagojevich on.
Political.
He had Blagojevich on. He had Dwayne Johnson on.
Blagojevich used to have his own podcast during COVID. I actually listened to that. Yeah, right when he got out, he's apparently a Republican now.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get how he got a pardon from he got a pardon from Trump, but I'm sitting there thinking, what does it matter? You already served the time. You're out.
Because he's very thankful of Trump. That's basically all he talked about, is how he loves Trump and he didn't like Ronner, and he would tell stories about law school. I don't know. Blagojevich doesn't sound like he's super intelligent.
We all know. Blagojevich was the governor of Illinois. He was guilty. He did it.
I mean, yeah, I think he got kind of a, tough sentence, but that's all he spent is the couple episodes. This is how thankful he was, and that he was a Republican now, and he didn't like Ronner, and he didn't, and this, I don't know if he still does it or not.
Well, Bruce Ronner was also a Republican. You figure if he's a Republican, he's going to support Ronner and help him out. But
nope, he said he was horrible.
Yep.
Blagojevich thinks he's the best one that we've ever had. So.
Oh yeah, he's the best one. He's the best one who got the dumbest way he went to jail because he tried selling Obama's Senate seat. Everyone knows you're an Illinois governor. You're crooked. You did it. You could literally use that as evidence. You're charged with being an Illinois governor if they got arrested, because they're talking about investigating Pritzker next for the tax evasion.
Yeah.
The same guys who got Madigan are talking about going after Pritzker, or the FBI is. And it's like, we're going to have to lose another one.
Madigan. Whew. I met Madigan's daughter, though. His daughter was, I think, she was okay. I mean, but Madigan, woo.
Oh, Madigan was, I couldn't stand Madigan.
Yeah, he's, there's just some Democrats that, and I think, Ronner, they ran him out of Illinois. He had to go to Florida.
Yeah, because he was too busy trying to fight the Democrats as opposed to trying to establish, what he had.
Well, I think when he admitted that he wasn't in control and he was trying to be in control, I was like, why would you say that?
Yeah, that was fucked up. It's like,
But, yeah.
It's like insert foot into mouth. Way to go.
But ask Lex. I try to listen to as many podcasts as I can, and there's some that always listen to us, and there's just not enough time in the day. But like Walk Like a Mailman, they drop their episodes on Sunday. I'll listen to them. And Ouch, Was That a Ghost? And Killing Time in 15 Minutes. And
Ouch, Was That a Ghost? That's an interesting name. It kind of sounds like Open Ghost, which they're another good podcast too. But I don't know if that's how they want to name themselves. I get it. I mean,
there's just not enough time. I try to listen to them, and the audio ones are easier for me to listen to versus the video ones. I can just kind of do a bunch of stuff. But I used to listen to the bigger name podcasts like Crime Junkie, and I couldn't get into Small Town Murder. Like I tried, and they were just joking around a little too much.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, ask Lex. I don't sleep.
Do you still listen to our show?
Yes, I pop in. Yeah.
I'm about to say I haven't seen you pop in a while. I mean, and by the way, guess what arrived today, Bubba, for the fire sale Wednesday? Those fucking jelly beans that we've been waiting for. We're supposed to do a fire sale last night for charity. They never showed up because Amazon said they wouldn't be here till May. They showed up today. So I am not looking forward.
They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, do they?
They don't know. Lex, I got to ask you because you're in the chat room. I'm actually curious. How does Lex feel about podcasts like Joe Rogan?
She doesn't listen to podcasts.
She doesn't listen to him? Because she's saying Casey is the tame one out of the two of us, so I want to know what she's got to say. She's probably going to be like, fuck Joe Rogan.
She does a podcast, but she don't listen to it.
She's just, I don't think she's ever listened to Joe Rogan.
Like I said, the best ones are when he's talking about the aliens, when he's talking about ancient history, when he's talking about the true crime. Because
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones is just batshit crazy. Alex Jones, we can't help it. There are some people that are just batshit fucking crazy in this world, and Alex Jones is one of them.
I think that she listens to, when I'm a guest on, she'll listen. Like, I think she's listened to a few of the Walk Like a Mailman because they always give us like a nice little shout out and everything like that. And, but yeah, she's not, she just needs to find the right podcast for her. Like, I like the Dark History podcast.
But she says she doesn't listen to podcasts.
Nope.
Well, that's how it is sometimes, but sometimes you learn stuff from listening to other podcasts. You do. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes, what's that?
There's one I like to listen to every now and then. It's always 4 o'clock or something like that. They're from Australia. They're actually like I said, some of their videos to Casey, him and his wife that prank each other all the time.
Yeah.
Him and this other guy got a podcast that they do.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a podcast for everything. I think there's a podcast that covers comic books. There's podcasts that covers history. There's a wide range, and it's interesting because people are starting to listen to podcasts more than like mainstream media. It seems like, that is one thing I do agree with. I heard that, and I'm like, I don't think so, but it's starting to become out there.
This is the time, I think.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't help that the mainstream always I can't watch CNN because they always fuck up their sources. Always fuck up.
I think you just have to take some of it with a grain of salt, to be honest. I like News Nation, but I used to like Cuomo.
Press. You like who?
I used to like Cuomo when he was on CNN, then he had all that stuff, and I was like, and he's on News Nation now.
Yeah, he was on CNN with Don Lemon, which Don Lemon was like, holy shit, Don, shut up.
My dad actually quit watching because of him. Don made him mad.
Don Lemon made me mad, but it was also, what's the one guy's name? He looked like Humpty Dumpty. Brian Stetler. Because his show, he had a show on CNN where it was like reliable sources or credible sources, but it was like, it was 100% wrong every damn time. What are you doing?
I like Don, but Cuomo, I mean, I wasn't mad about the video with him getting in that person. I mean, but when all those allegations and then with his brother, I'm like, I can't anymore.
Yeah.
Don't call him, what is it that Cuomo doesn't like to be called? Oh, Fredo. Don't call him Fredo.
I think he's Fredo.
Don't call him Fredo. He'll go off.
I think Skeletor is going to start a podcast, but I don't like the topics he wants to talk about.
You should let him be a co-host.
We have actually tried. We've been going back and forth, but it's just I'm not going to bash him for it. It's just he's so busy. We've tried to get him on for months, and
he's chicken.
He's what?
He's chicken.
Oh, shut up. We've tried. We've tried to get him on a couple times, but it's just
he gives me enough shit. I give him shit too.
Oh well, I mean that's true. He does give you shit.
Maybe he wants to be elusive.
I don't know. I think I sometimes I think he does want to be elusive because we do know we've actually IP checked his emails. He is in Baton Rouge, but that's all we know. And we got one picture, which fuck you, Skeletor. But we've tried. We've actually tried to get him on, but he's like, "Oh, I'll ruin your show and all that shit," you know. And see, he just fired back at fucking Bubba. Oh God! Now, don't you two start fighting on a show. We're having a guest on. Be nice. So, well, I got nothing else to talk about. We've been going on for 2 hours. I'm sorry. I wanted to originally end the show about 20 minutes ago, but Casey, it's good to see your Wi-Fi held out, survived. Small hiccup, so let's hit that. Let's hit that music. Get out of here real quick. Let's hit that outro music. I need to get. Are you looking for any music? We got a guy who actually does music for us. He's working on an intro and outro for you. Can she hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for a guy who's looking to do music? Are you looking for like any type of music, like intro or outro music for your show? Because we got a guy who's been wanting to do it for a while. He's looking to get on the work. All right, I'll send him your way. He's really good. He's cheap. So, all right. Well, if you want to check out one of the biggest growing podcasts in the Illinois area and possibly soon in the future, you can check them out right here at Spotify. That's their show link for their Spotify page. And if you would rather listen to them on Apple Podcast, you can get them right here at Apple Podcast at Notorious Escapades. One of the biggest podcasts, I'm going to say it right now, it's going to be huge podcast right out of Illinois. Very good friends of mine. You got to let me come on as Donald Trump one day and just make jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to, let's see, I thought I had your Facebook page pulled up. Oops, I might have closed it. So, here we go. If you want to keep in touch with them on Facebook, you got your socials, you got Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Here is a Facebook page where you can follow them. I definitely recommend listening to them. I definitely recommend. What episode can I recommend, for God's sakes? It's like there's a lot. Just go through the library. It's really good. For a small podcast that's starting out and literally is taking off, you're at the tippy top of the mountain. You're literally only halfway up. So keep going, Casey. I like it.
Thank you.
I would not mind losing to you. If we get nominated for the Illinois Times Best of 2025, I would have no problem losing to you this year. So best of luck when that comes out.
Same to you guys.
All right. Well, that's it. Go ahead, Bubba.
As long as we both beat out certain other people, we're good.
Now, you be nice to other podcasts. You be nice to the motherfucking neighbors. This is fair. This one podcast he's not a fan of because he claimed, oh, they bullied me. Even though I think it was just a mutual disagreement. So, all right. Well, that's it for us. So, We'll be back tomorrow with an edition of Weird Frequencies. Me, Bubba, Rob, and Adam are going to be covering your daily news of the weird. Casey, when's your next episode for Notorious Escapades come out?
Tomorrow.
What's she covering tomorrow?
We got the Swiftie author coming on, Ashley Pierce.
Uh-huh.
She's talking about her book that she wrote that's Swiftie related.
Well, if you're into those Swifties, and they cover more than Taylor Swift, believe me. They do. They cover a lot more. That's a wide variety of stuff, so it's very good. So, we got a fire sale coming up this Wednesday. We're going to do the Ring of Fire. Trust me, I know it's supposed to be yesterday, but I'm going to make it up to everybody on Wednesday when we do the fire sale. $5 donations. We got the jelly beans. And like I said, there's going to be a little something extra. So stick around for that. So, well, you can catch Casey and Lexi on the next episode of Notorious Escapades. They're working on it right now. Comes out tomorrow. Lex, thanks for hanging with us on the show chat. Let's see. Who else we got? We got my sister. Where is he? There. Christopher. Get a better ball team to like. Get a better ball team to like.
Hey.
Season's young. The season is young. It just started. We do not, that's why I tell everybody, we don't hit Major League Baseball stride until at least Memorial Day, and then it takes off. This is just the walking phase. This is where everything can change. Everybody's getting their groove in, so it fluctuates. So, all right. Well, we will see you guys on the next episode of the Best Damn Podcast, and Casey will see you on the next episode of Notorious Escapades. Till then, on behalf of the crew, that's Bubba. That's the notorious one, Casey Rae, and we will see you all next time. So long, everybody, and have a great weekend.